I am in the beautiful city of Würzburg, and that is the main river. Behind me is Marienberg and Käppele, and this afternoon I am going on a hike to both places. Hiking the hills of Wurzburg. Beautiful views of the river Main, and that is Marienberg. We will visit that fortress later. But before that, a bus took us all the way to the top of the Nikolausberg. And now we are so high that we are above the roof of the church. And the view is splendid. Look at that view. If you look carefully, you can see our ship. It is docked next to the Ludwig Bridge. Right there it is. And look at the little huts. Those are the Stations of the Cross. Käppele is really how it is commonly known. The name of this church is the Pilgrimage Church of the Visitation of the Virgin Mary. And it was built in the mid-18th century in wonderful Rococo style, following the plans by Balthasar Neumann, the same architect that built that amazing residence in the city center of Würzburg. According to the legend, in 1640, a fisherman erected a pietà in the middle of the vineyards at the top of the Nikolaus hill, and people came to pray and to ask for favors, and they were granted. That is why it became very popular to do the pilgrimage all the way up to the famous Käppele. And very high it is. Look how beautiful Marienberg Fortress looks from here. Now I'm going to show you something magical. This is the footprint of the Virgin Mary. But Mary was a big girl. You see, I am like 10 and a half, 11, 45, 46 in European. And it fits. She was big. And the tradition still continues, especially in the times of Pentecost. It is when the people gather at the foot of the hill and slowly they start walking up. Many of them on their knees. But we are descending. We are going on the opposite direction. And now we are almost in the city of Wurzburg. Well, we have arrived to a very nice leafy suburb. It is now 3 o'clock, so it was actually quite quick to come down. The actual walking down is only 15 minutes. Now we are in town and we are going to walk a little bit to find the way up to Marienberg. I really like this part of the city. It's very interesting. It's full of tunnels, nice little squares. And here it is. We found it. This is the way to go up to Marienberg. And it really is in the middle of the vineyards. Look at that. And now it is the time to go uphill, all the way to Marienberg. According to the sign, it's about 30 minutes. Vamos, let's go. It looks like it is very easy to go up. I'm really having a good time. The fortress is located on a prominent spur of the 266-meter high Marienberg, or the Mountain of Mary. That is about 875 feet high, which actually rises about 100 meters over the Main River on the opposite side of the city of Würzburg. The hills of the castle are covered by the most beautiful terrace vineyards. The varieties produced here are Müller-Thurgau and, of course, Silvaner, the Queen of Franconia. You probably never heard about this variety, Silvaner or Grüne Silvaner, as it is also known. It is a grape that it is produced mainly in Germany, northern Italy in the region of Alto Adige, and in Alsace. It is not as popular as the famous Riesling, but it is mainly produced in Würzburg because the soil composition of these hills, which is clay and limestone, gives a very nice citrusy and hints of melon to the wine. It is time to move on from wine and to concentrate into this historical monument. A series of passages and tunnels and gates bring us into this magnificent fortress, Marienberg. In the grounds of the fortress you find two museums, the Museum of Franconia, which is history of the region, and the Leopold Museum, which is mainly the art collection. And now we are approaching the main courtyard of the fortress. This area was rebuilt in the 17th century. In 1631, the Swedish took over and they rebuilt it in Baroque style. Gustavus Adolphus, the king of Sweden, was very fond of horses, and look what he built. Look at the ramp. This is, believe it or not, a swimming pool for horses. You don't believe me? Take a look. There it is. A view of the moat that never had water. And look how nice. It is the view of Käppele, the church that we visited before. During the second half of the 18th century and the 19th century, it became the residence of the prince bishops of Würzburg. They were very powerful, and they built a gorgeous residence, and these are part of the gardens of that residence. Look at that, it's very, very pretty. You can spend the afternoon here, but really it is time to start going back. And we are going to start our descent into the city using the new gate. It is 300 years old, but because it was the last one to be built, it is the new gate. After you cross the new gate, you come to a panoramic terrace. And look at the view from here. Würzburg at your feet. And look, it is the old bridge, the heart of the city. The old main bridge was built between 1473 and 1453 in order to replace an old Romanesque bridge. Let's go and see it. About 2 hours and 10 minutes non-stop walking, we have arrived to the famous old bridge, the Alte Brücke, in the middle of the city of Würzburg. What a fantastic way to spend an afternoon. Even if the bridge was built during the Renaissance time, the bigger-than-life statues were added in 1730. And today it really is the center of the social life of Würzburg. And I decided to go for a glass of white wine. After seeing all those vineyards, I had to have some of the wine that it is producing there. This is Silvana. It is very aromatic, crispy wine. They say that it is trocken, which means dry. It's not dry, but it is very good. Well, now I just have to say thank you for watching this, your YouTube channel, Victor's Food and Travel. And don't forget to subscribe so you can come back and follow me in more adventures. So, cheers everyone, or Prost!